Hi! So I did a prom look today because I know proms will be coming up soon. I'm going to be doing two. I'm going to be doing this one and then somewhere later on this week or something I will do a more dramatic one because this is just a brown bronze smoky eye. So I will do a more dramatic, I think I've got an idea of dark grey kind of smoky eye. But I thought I'd do two because I know some people like quite a lot of makeup, some people don't. So yes, and that's really all I've got to say about it. Okay, for the face you're going to want to start off with a primer. This is the L'Oreal Studio Secrets Anti-Redness Primer. Obviously you don't have to use an anti-redness primer, that's just suited for my skin. What a primer does is it just creates a smooth surface for your foundation to go onto, and it'll make your foundation last a lot longer, and it'll just give a better application of your foundation. So I just rub that in between my fingers and just apply that to your face like you would a moisturiser, just to really even out the skin. And next I'm going to take my MAC ProLong Wear foundation, and obviously you're going to want a long lasting foundation, but I think this has got SPF 10 in it, which isn't too bad, it's not too high. But for prom, anyway, you're going to have flash photography, you want a foundation without any SPF in it because SPF reflects badly in photographs with flash. So if you are going to have quite a few pictures taken, try and get a long lasting foundation but with no SPF in it, because otherwise your face can get... Okay, so after foundation you're going to want to move on to concealer. So just take your favourite concealer and we're just going to put that under the eyes and on any blemishes, just to create a better, flawless, more even look to the skin. And I'm actually taking the same brush I used with my foundation, just to stipple it under the eyes. And stippling gives you a heavier coverage than buffing, so if you do want a heavier coverage even with your foundation, instead of rubbing the product in, if you just tap it on top, this really actually pushes it into the skin instead of blending it over the skin. So if you do want a full coverage like that, then just push it in like this. Okay, so next we're going to want to move on to our eyebrows, and we'll come back to the face later. Now eyebrows like really frame your face, so you're going to want to make sure they look good. You want them matching your hair colour, because obviously, look at mine's really quite different. So you can either use a darker colour, like I do, I use a brown, or you can use the same colour as your own brows, just make them look fuller and less sparse, because you do want your face to be framed. So you're going to start off by brushing through them with a spoolie, and then if you want to, you can change the shape of your brows. But I just colour mine in, I keep the same shape, just colour them in. So I'm taking a matte brown eyeshadow, and this is the MUA Eyeshadow shade 19. And I'm just taking that on an angled brush. I'm just going to take a bit of that, and in small strokes, just work that through your eyebrows. Okay, so once your eyebrows are done, you're going to want to move on to the eyes, and the same as your face, you're going to want to start with a primer, because this just basically does the same thing as the primer on your face does. It creates a smoother surface for the eyeshadows to go onto, and it makes your eyeshadows last longer and look more vibrant. So I'm just taking my Sleep Primer palette, and I'm just going to use this champagne colour on my ring finger and start blending that from your lash line all the way up to your brow. And you're going to want to make sure you use this finger, as this is the stiffest finger and it applies the least pressure on your eye area, because obviously your eye area is quite a sensitive area, so we don't want to be tugging at that really hard, which is why we always use this finger for applying anything around the eyes. So just work that in as a base for our eyeshadows. Okay, for eyeshadow, the first colour I'm going to be using is from this 17 palette, and it's going to be this colour here, which is like a shimmery pink. And we're going to want to take that on a flat brush, yes, flat brush, and I'm just going to place this all over the eye as a base colour. Okay, the next eyeshadow is going to be this gold one, and this is another 17 trio, and this is in the colour Metallic Coffee. So just take this gold colour here, and this is just going to run on the outer half of eyelid just to blend in with the pink colour. And then from the same trio, we're going to take this darkest colour, and this is going to go on the outer V and blend it through the crease, and we're going to pull it out at the edges to make it quite smoky and cat-like. Okay, and then I'm going to line my upper lash line with a brown eyeliner, and this is an INIKA one in the colour Coco. You can use a black if you want, but because I thought this is quite a soft look, I'm just going to go for brown. But if you do black, I'd recommend it not a liquid liner, something like a pencil used as pencil used as an eyeliner, or eyeshadow like softly blended out. I wouldn't recommend a really harsh line like you get with liquid or gel eyeliner. Okay, and I just took that underneath my bottom lower lash line as well, but not on my waterline, because for the waterline I'm going to use a white eyeliner, and this is MUA one in Snow White. Yes, it's Snow White. And we're just going to use this to line our waterline, because white or beige, any pale eyeliner is going to make your eyes look bigger and brighter. And because this is a soft look, I didn't want to go for anything too dark. So this is just going to open up the eyes and make them look brighter and bigger. And that's what the eyes look like without any mascara on. What I'm actually going to do next, I'm going to wait to do mascara, because I don't want that to interfere with what I'm going to do next, which is I'm going to apply a light concealer as a highlight, because I don't want a shimmery highlight on my face, because I think that will reflect badly in photos again. We've got a bit of shimmer on the eye, so I think that's enough. So that's why we're using a light concealer, because obviously that's matte. And where we're going to put this is down the centre of the forehead, down the nose, on the cupid's bow, on the chin, and then on the cheekbones. And we can bring a bit under the eye as well. And you just want to highlight down the centre of the face, where all the places where light hits and light would reflect. So just blend that in with your fingers to create a nice highlighted effect. Okay, so once that's out the way, we can go in with our eyelash colours and mascara. And obviously if it's prom, you probably will apply false lashes. Obviously I'm not going to, but I'm guessing you're going to want to, because it's going to be a prom. So yeah, I'm just going to apply quite a bit of mascara and curl my eyelashes quite a lot, just to open up the eye and make them look bigger again, like with the white eyeliner. So yeah, I'll just do that. Okay, so now we can come back to the face, and because we've let the foundation sink into our skin a bit, I think it's a good time to powder now. And the reason you want to powder is this will set your foundation, so it will last longer, and it will also stop any oil coming through, so it will stop you having a shiny face, because like I've said before, we want a matte face. So just powder wherever you feel you need to. If you've got dry skin, probably better just to do it down the T-zone, because you don't want to add any more dryness to your face. And if you've got oily skin, then just apply it wherever you think you need it. And I'm just using a sponge to apply this, and this is the Avon Anew powder, and the colour is soft beige, and this gives an added bit of coverage as well, just a little bit. And we're just going to want to pat that into the skin. You can use a brush, but a sponge is probably better because it actually pushes it into the skin. Like I said with the foundation, if you push it into the skin, it's going to actually sink into the skin instead of just being a layer on top of your skin. So that's why I like to use a sponge with my powder. Okay, next we're going to want to warm up and contour the face. I'm using this Too True bronzer, and this is a matte bronzer, and I would show you inside, but it's all cracked. But it is my favourite bronzer, which is why I still keep carrying on using it. So I'm just going to take a Real Techniques contour brush, which looks like this, and I'm going to take it from the lid first, and you're just going to want to contour with that. And what contour is doing is adding definition to your face. So if you do it underneath the cheekbones, it brings out the cheekbones, because it kind of pushes back this area. And you can also bring that up onto the temples, down on the jawline, and this just hides any bits you don't really want to be shown, because anything you contour kind of recedes back into your face. And that's just how you contour with bronzer. I'm also going to want to warm up the face to make it look like I've got a bit more of a tan. So I'm just going to brush that just above my eyebrows, keeping this middle part of my section highlighted, just to add a look of a bit of a tan. Let's bring a bit slightly down the nose, mainly on the tip, and then you can bring a bit across the actual apples of your cheeks. But we still want the centre of the face to be the most highlighted place, which is why we've mainly added bronzer around the outside of our face. And lastly for the face is going to be blush, and we're going to want a matte brush again, like we have with all the products on our face. And this is a Natural Collection brush in Pink Cloud. You might want to choose a colour that's similar to what you blush to. This is kind of similar to what I naturally go like when I go red in the face. So I'm just taking an angled blush brush, and I'm actually starting from the backs of my cheeks today. Most people start from the apples and work up, but that can actually make you look a bit older. I know it's not really a problem when you're going prom to look old, but I just like to work the colour back here and then bring it forward so it fades out this way instead of fading out that way. And I like to, whatever's left on the brush, just brush that bit on my chin, just to add a bit more life to the rest of the face, not just the cheeks. Okay, lastly is the lips, and I'm actually going to be using a lip liner as a lipstick. I'm not going to be putting any lipstick on, I am going to put a gloss over the top. But this is a matte lip liner in What Comes Naturally, and it's just this nudie peachy pink colour. So you're going to want to draw the outline of your lips, and I'm just going to colour the whole lip in with this. And lip liner lasts longer than lipstick, which is another good thing about using lip liner. It doesn't bleed, but it is quite drying, which is why I'm going to add a nude gloss over the top of that. And this is an MUA Out There gloss in the colour nude. It's this nude colour. Just going to place that on top. And you can focus that on the centre of your lips if you want to make them look bigger. And yeah, so this is really the final look. It's pretty simple. Just like a nice bronze smoky eye, and then the rest of the face is really simple. So I hope you all enjoyed that, and thanks for watching.